You're not broke because you're unlucky. You're broke because you're waiting for the right moment, waiting until you feel ready, waiting for someone to finally hand you something. Nobody is coming on deep. Dome, you already know that. That's why you clicked. Not because you want to make money online, because some part of you is starting to panic. 2. Pause. Good. Stay with that feeling. This video was made for exactly this moment. 3. Everyone keeps telling you, learn a skill first. Take a course, build a portfolio, then start. That advice is keeping you poor. Not because it's wrong, because it's designed for people who already have time, money, and patience. You don't have those right now. And the system knows that. So it keeps you in the prepare stage forever. Preparing is not earning. 4. Picture someone 22, maybe 25, maybe 30, sitting in a small room, phone in hand, YouTube open, searching for answers. They watch video after video, take notes, feel motivated, make plans. Then they close the app and go to sleep. And the next morning, nothing has changed. Same room, same phone, same life. 5. Pause. That person is most people watching this right now. Maybe it's you. And that's not judgment. That's just what happens when no one shows you the actual door. 6. Here's what nobody talks about. The problem is not that you don't have skills. The problem is that you don't know what skills are actually optional. You've been told you need design skills, coding skills, marketing skills, sales skills before you can make a single dollar. That is a lie, a very convenient lie. Convenient for who? For people already selling courses about those skills. The internet doesn't reward people who know the most. It rewards people who move first. 7. In a moment, I'm going to show you 3 entry points. Not methods, entry points. There's a difference. Methods require you to already know something. Entry points just require you to show up. But before I do, I need to tell you something uncomfortable. Because if I don't, you'll hear those 3 things and still do nothing. 8. Think about the last 3 years of your life. Where were you financially 3 years ago? Are you meaningfully closer to where you want to be? Or are you just older? 9. Pause. The scary thing about time is that it doesn't feel like it's moving when you're standing still. 1 year becomes 2. 2 becomes 5. And at some point, you stop calling it temporary. You stop saying, I'll figure it out soon. And you start calling it your life. That is the real threat here. Not failure. Not rejection. Slow, quiet acceptance of a smaller life than you deserved. This, most people don't need more information. They need fewer excuses. That's hard to hear, I know. But think about it. You've watched dozens of these videos. You know the options. Freelancing, reselling, digital products, service work, content. You've known for a long time. So the gap is not knowledge. The gap is the story you keep telling yourself about why you're the exception, why your situation is different, why it won't work for you. Beat, here's the truth. Your situation is not special. It's just scary. And that's allowed, but scary is not the same as impossible. 12. Now the 3 entry points. Remember, no prior skill required. 13. Entry point 1. Reselling. You find things that already exist. Digital files, templates, wholesale items, and list them where buyers already are. Etsy, Gumroad, Facebook Marketplace, Shopify. You don't create, you place. You earn a margin. 14. Entry point 2. Human-ask services. Thousands of businesses need simple, repetitive work done. Data entry, transcription, research, inbox management, scheduling. 0 skill, just attention and time. Platforms like Fiverr, Upwork, and Contra connect you to them. 15. Entry point 3. Brokering. Most beginners miss this. You find a problem, find someone who can solve it, and connect them. You charge a finder's fee or referral percentage. You owe nothing. You just made the connection. 16. Now here's what I haven't told you yet. All 3 have a ceiling, a point where they stop growing unless you evolve. Most people hit that ceiling and quit. They say it stopped working. It didn't. They stopped evolving. 17. You know what separates people who make this work? Timing. Every method gets harder as more people enter. Windows open and they close. You're watching this while the window is still open, but it won't stay open forever. 18 pause, the person who starts today has an advantage over the person who starts in 6 months. Not huge, but enough. There's enough nobody is going to validate your start. Not your family, not your friends, not the comments. Most people around you are not ahead of you financially. So when they say this doesn't work, ask yourself, how do they know? 20. The people who say it's too risky are usually the ones who never tried. That's not cynicism. That's pattern recognition. You don't need permission. You never did. 21. Here's the shift. Stop consuming to feel ready. Start doing to become ready. Pick one entry point, not two. 1. 22. Spend 90 minutes this week taking the smallest action. List one thing. Apply to one gig. Send one message. Just one. 23. That single action will teach you more than hours of watching ever will. Because action creates feedback, and feedback creates real knowledge. 24. The internet doesn't care if you're new. It doesn't ask for your resume. It asks one question. Does this solve a problem right now? If yes, it pays. 25. Reselling works because buyers care about availability. Services work because businesses care about completion. Brokering works because connections create value. 26. You are not unqualified. You are just untested. 27. 6 months from now, there are 2 versions of you. 28 version 1, watched this, felt motivated, did nothing. Still searching. 29. Version 2, felt scared, did one small thing anyway, made $20, then $80, then $400. Not rich, but different. 30. Different in the only way that matters. They have proof. 31. That proof changes how you see yourself. That identity shift is the real reward. Money is just the evidence. 32. Remember the beginning? You're not broke because you're unlucky. You're broke because you're waiting. 33. Now you have something you didn't have before. A starting point. 34. The waiting was never about information. It was about permission. 35. This is your permission. 36. Not from me. 37. From the version of you that already knows you're capable. 38. The only version of you that fails is the one that keeps watching.